Hampshire College, South and West, we have over 1,400 apprentices who work towards their qualification by studying technical skills and carrying out practical assessments, all whilst being employed. Despite having so many apprentices, we still love keeping up to date with what our amazing apprenticeship alumni are getting up to. And I'm delighted to be joined by Charlotte Bradley, who completed a level 2 and level 3 hairdressing apprenticeship with us back in 2013. Last August, Charlotte officially opened her own salon, CHB Studios in Chester, and she's here today to tell us more about her journey and how her apprenticeship has helped her. So welcome, Charlotte. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. Like Sarah said, I finished my level 3 apprenticeship in 2013, long time ago.
And what made you, Charlotte, pursue this apprenticeship in particular? Obviously, I'm guessing you wanted to get into hairdressing.
Yeah, so I had an interest in hairdressing, and then for my year 10 work experience, I did my work experience in a salon in Hull. So I was there for 2 weeks, just sort of like general salon maintenance, towels, all the boring stuff. And then after I completed, they offered me the apprenticeship. So for when I finished school, so obviously then had to finish year 10 and year 11, but had the job sort of ready and waiting for me when I left. So
incredible. So it was all kind of set up within that 2 weeks of work.
Yeah.
And then did you contact the college directly to get the qualification set up?
So my employer contacted the college because I literally started with them as soon as I left school. So I finished my last exam, and then I think, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks later started in the salon. So that would have been July. So I was there for the summer holidays, and then it wasn't until the September that I then started my official apprenticeship.
Well, like bags of experience under your belt then before you kind of got fully started.
Yeah.
In terms of the skills and knowledge you learned during your apprenticeship, can you touch on them at all for us in terms of what you learned whilst with us?
So obviously I'd learned a lot in the salon anyway, because I picked up a lot just from watching the other stylists, but I didn't actually have much hands-on experience in the salon with regards to like model nights and things like that. It was quite a busy salon, and I was the only apprentice, so I was sort of assisting all the other stylists.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually until I went to college on my 1 day a week that I could actually do practical. So I learned a lot. The majority of my skills I learned actually in college on that 1 day. So yeah, I did have to pick up a lot just by watching, but it meant that I could then put it all into practice. So literally everything that I learned was either through watching the stylists at the salon that I worked in, or learning off other students, or like online, and the tutors helped a lot as well, obviously. So
amazing. So you had your placement in the salon 4 days a week, was it? And then you came to college.
Yeah, 1 day.
Kind of could see what they were doing and then kind of put those skills into practice.
Yeah.
Day and really kind of hone your techniques, I guess.
Yeah.
And in terms of the support college gave you during that time, do you mind talking us through that?
Not at all. Like, honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. Like, all my tutors, all of the staff, like, were just incredible, even down to the ladies that we had in dispensary where we could go and get our colours from, like, even down to them, everybody was brilliant. I had a tutor that will come out to see me in the salon, so if I could actually like complete, assignments, sort of, I could get signed off in the salon, so I'd have tutors that would come out and see me there. So everything was really, like, they would always keep in touch with my employer. The staff were just brilliant. Like, they couldn't do enough. They were ace.
Amazing. And obviously, since completing your apprenticeship, you've gone on to achieve some amazing things. We mentioned you recently opened your own salon. Can you kind of fill us in a bit about your journey to date from finishing your apprenticeship with us to where you are now?
Yeah, so when I finished my apprenticeship, so obviously I'd done my level 3, and then my tutor at the time, Leslie, she was starting a level 4, so it's like a higher education, so it's a bit more into like the business side of it. It was more like advanced hairdressing, so I was like, oh, I'd like really like to do that while I'm still sort of fresh out of college. So I said to my employer, like, I wanted to stay on, and unfortunately she didn't want me to have another day out of the salon. She wanted me there full time. So I left the salon that I did my apprenticeship at, and I took the graduate stylist job at the college. So I worked in the college 4 days, and then I did my level 4 for 1 day. So that was for a year. And then I left. Obviously, I'd finished my year at the college, so then I found my job. Basically, my job that I got after leaving the college, the salon that I worked in, that's the salon that I bought. So I worked there for 6 years as a stylist, sort of worked my way up. I'd always said that I wanted to own my own salon. So I worked there from junior stylist all the way through to senior stylist, and now I own it. So
amazing. Incredible success story. And in terms, do you have your own employees now as well? Or
yeah, so I employ one other. We're only a small team, so I employ one other stylist, and then we've also got a beautician who rents a room from me. So there's 3 of us all together. Yeah.
Amazing achievement in such a short space of time as well, when you think about it, and it's such a lovely thing to hear that you kind of worked your way up in that own salon, and now your name, I guess, is on the top of the door. And in terms of your plans for the year ahead, obviously at the moment we're in lockdown, aren't we? But have you got kind of ambitions, what you want to achieve this year, and once you can reopen and get cracking again?
Yeah, so eventually, obviously, I'd like to grow the team. Obviously, the dream is to have a really successful salon, and I'm sure it will be because it's been up and running for so long. I've sort of been there for 6-7 years, so we've got a really good client base, but I'd just like to grow it a bit more, employ more staff, have an apprentice of my own that I can sort of mould into my mini me. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure you'll do all of that. And I guess from our perspective, it'd be great to hear about if there are other learners, current learners, or people potentially finishing GCSEs who are considering an apprenticeship. What would you say to them? Have you got any words of advice, words of wisdom?
So I personally knew that I didn't want to stay on at sixth form. It wasn't, I liked school, I did well in school, but I was there for the social side of it. Like it was hard for me to self-motivate, like for subjects that I wasn't necessarily interested in, if I was just taking them for the sake of it because I had to take 4. I knew that I didn't want to be at sixth form and that college was definitely for me, but I wanted to be earning. I loved working in the salon. I loved being in that environment where I can learn on the job. I'm quite practical and hands-on anyway. So I loved that. So I just think it's great that you can work and learn a skill at the same time. Like, you can't go wrong, really.
Earn whilst you learn.
Yeah.
Phrase to use. And in terms of advice for people for learners completing their apprenticeships now and going through the assessments and obviously whilst working as well, what would you say to them in terms of to kind of spur them on?
Like, it's just you've just got to go for it. Like, even if you're struggling, speak to your employer, speak to your tutors, like ask as much as you can. Just like absorb everything, take it all in, try and sort of have the best knowledge in your area that you can possibly have, like really sort of geek up on it. You want to be the best sort of that you can be. So yeah, just stick at it. Even if it gets tough, you just sort of got to power through, because you've done sort of 2 years, so you want to sort of carry it through. You want to complete.
Amazing, fabulous. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us, Charlotte, and we wish you every success in the future, especially once the salons can reopen.
Thank you.